right, moving on, impact investor Asha Ventures has raised $50 million as the first close of its debut fund called Asha Ventures Fund-I to invest in early growth stage companies. It has a target corpus of $100 million and will look to focus on the emerging middle class across financial services, healthcare, education, climate and agriculture sectors. Joining me now to talk about the plans for this fund is Amit Mehta, managing partner at Asha Ventures. Amit, welcome to Startup Street. Thanks very much for your time here. Briefly, if you could tell us about this fund, where you raised $50 million off the $100 million target. Who have you received commitments from this far, and when are you targeting the final close?
Sure. Ritu, thank you for having me on the show. Like you said, in terms of our strategy, we are intending to invest in companies which target emerging middle class, which is basically 50 crore strong people with annual income in the 2 to 8 lakh range. We think with the digitization that India has seen, this customer base is a very viable customer base, and the entrepreneur today is keen to target this market. Their needs and aspirations are in the sectors that you mentioned: healthcare, financial sector, education, agriculture, and they're also very vulnerable to climate change. And that's exactly why we are targeting these sectors. In terms of people who've backed us, we've been very fortunate to get commitment from multiple institutions, including SRI Fund, SIDBI, and multiple reputed family offices who build large businesses in the country. So we have operator-led knowledge, which will help our entrepreneurs as they build these companies.
You said you outlined why you're looking at those specific sectors, but they're quite specific. I wanted to understand what the larger investment strategy for this fund is going to be, and why only these sectors? Would you be open to any others outside of this that encapsulate that catering to the emerging middle class segment?
Sure. As an impact investor, our broad themes are inclusion and sustainability. When you talk about inclusion, traditionally it has been seen mainly as financial inclusion. We look at it much more holistically, and we say that besides financial inclusion, people need to have access to good quality and affordable healthcare, good quality education, which can help them get better jobs, have greater income. So that's the broader view that we take as far as inclusion is concerned. Sustainability for us is basically sustainable agriculture and climate change. So that's why we focus on these sectors. And our focus on emerging middle class sort of emerges from the fact that this is a segment which is neglected by the mainstream PVC ecosystem in the country, which basically focuses on the top tier, top 20 crore people who have all the disposable income in this country. So our idea is to promote companies which are targeting this class of customer, which is underserved in some ways, and therefore we've sort of tried to differentiate ourselves by virtue of our focus on this segment.
Amit, sorry to disrupt you. We're running out of time. So very quickly, this first investment also we understand you've already committed to. What company is this, and what's in the pipeline for the near term? How many companies will you invest in total?
Sure. So we've committed to a climate finance company which sort of focuses on financing EV three-wheeler vehicles based in North India. So that's right at the intersection of sustainability and inclusion theme for us. As far as the pipeline is concerned, we have a very strong pipeline of deals. We look forward to executing 2 transactions in the next quarter and 4 to 5 transactions in the next 12 months.
Okay, so what would the typical check sizes range from, and what's going to be the tenor of this fund?
Sure, absolutely. So we will invest anywhere between $2 to $10 million as our first check in these companies. Okay. A portfolio of about 13, 14 companies, and keep significant follow-on reserves. In terms of final close, we're looking to do the final close within the next 12 months.
Quickly, we're running out of time. As an investor, if you could just tell us, what do you reckon are going to be the big themes to watch out for in 2024, certain sectors or themes for that matter that may emerge as more favorable than the others?
Absolutely. So sustainability and inclusion are the 2 big themes which we believe have legs for the next decade. And that's what we are sort of focusing on. Climate change is a big issue, and therefore billions of dollars need to go into sustainability. Uh, Similarly for inclusion, large class of citizens in this country do not have access to basic facilities in healthcare, education, and financial services. Uh, so this is the work that will take more than a decade, and those are the themes that we sort of focus on.
Amit, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts here and for your time here on CNBC TV18.
Thank you for having me.
On that note, it is time for us to head.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV18 on all of our digital platforms.